Hi, Ujesh Desai, GM of the gaming group here at Logitech, and we're at CES, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we're demonstrating here in our meeting area. So first I'm going to start with our brand new keyboard that we just introduced. It's called the G910. This is a fully mechanical keyboard. So we designed the switches ourselves, working in conjunction with a company called Omron. So as you know, we use cherry switches in our other keyboard, the G710, and cherries are great switches. They're kind of considered the gold standard. But cherry switches were made about 20 years ago. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to see what if we were to purposely build a switch specifically for gaming, and that's what brought us to developing the RGB switches that you see here. So they feel, almost like kind of the feel of a cherry brown switch, so they have a really, really nice feel to them. But they're actually a little bit quieter than a cherry brown, and we made sure the actuation point was less, so the time it takes to actually register the click is a lot less. Actually, it's 25% faster, so much faster clicking. And then we even looked at things like the durability as well. So these are tested to up to 70 million clicks versus 50 million on some of the other keyboards. So that's the first thing we did. The other thing we did is it's a fully RGB keyboard, so it's got 16.8 million colors. If I go in here, I can now select, so everything is highlighted there. I can make it red, I can go in there, I can make it green, I can change it to whatever I want. I could individually paint the keys if I wanted to by going in here, and I could select this and say, let me just change everything to black, and then start individually painting keys. So if I wanted my WASD keys to be highlighted, because that's what I normally use when I'm gaming, maybe some of my spells, or weapons up here, you can kind of paint it as you go. So it's kind of fully customizable, and there's all sorts of neat and interesting things you can do with it. You can even, if you wanted to, have a little fun. Let's see if I go in here and I can go, here, John, we'll see if you can guess what I'm doing here in a second. See if I can do it right. So you go in here, and I've built my nice American flag keyboard. So all sorts of fun things you can do with the keyboard. So once again, G910. The other thing we did is we used to have a keyboard called the G19S that had an integrated LCD panel that sat in the back. So what we realized is, in this day and age, everyone has much better LCD that's kind of sitting in their pocket, right? So we built what we call the ARCS dock. And what you're seeing here is we've got the driving game here, and using our Logitech ARCS Control software, we've actually created a second screen app. So we've actually taken the dashboard and we're now showing it on the tablet. So you can use the tablet as a second screen app, and you have your game data here running, and you can have a full screen of the windshield here. So it's kind of a new way to use these great new devices that you have at home, whether it's your tablet, your phone, everything, and you have these nice big high definition screens, and it just expands how you can use the game. In fact, if I scroll over, there's even other data that the game developer can put here. So here it shows information about the car itself. So all of this is a way for us to kind of enhance the gameplay and bring even more functionality into the games. The other thing I want to show you, and then we'll end with kind of a game demo, is our mouse. So this is our G502 mouse. It's called the Proteus Core. And if you remember the MX518 mouse that we made, that like a lot of gamers still consider their favorite gaming mouse of all time, I'm one of them. I love that mouse. So the product manager, when he was building this, he said, when I close my eyes and I hold it, I want it to feel like that 518, that familiar friend. But when I open my eyes, I want it to look like a new futuristic design. So that was kind of the design philosophy that went into the 502. So it's fully customizable. It has 11 programmable buttons, nice metal scroll wheel, and you can even pop off the bottom and add weights. So if you want to customize it and add weights to the mouse, if you want to make it lighter, heavier, you can do all that customization. So it's really nice. One of the key features I like is it's fully tunable. So it's got a super high-end sensor in here, so you can actually tune it. So I'll tune to this hard gaming mouse pad right here and click apply. And if you notice, it tracks to the mouse here. Well, what if I forgot the mouse pad and I wanted to work on this white surface? Well, it doesn't work. So what you can do is you go in and you can say, I'm going to add a new surface here. So I click on add, and I'd say white table, and then you hit tune, and I'll move this out of the way. And what you do is you just hold down this button, and by simply doing a figure 8, the sensor is now sensing and tuning to this brand new surface. So I'm tuning to the surface, it's just completed, it's doing the analyzing it right now, completing it, I say finish, and now fully optimized and tuned for this surface. So really cool, personal tuning functionality that you can add to this mouse.